mutton biryani.
Please be careful. Scrambled egg, potato. There were no in-flight entertainment system on this flight. Hello guys and welcome to my channel Shankar Goes Around. Today we have a very informative video and it is about traveling by Saudia Airlines from India to Europe. Jump பண்ணி போயிடலாமா? So if you are planning to travel to Europe, do watch this full video for a complete review of Saudia Airlines from India to Europe and our experience at the layover airports. So recently there have been many posts about low ticket prices to Europe to cities like Rome, Geneva and Zurich from some of the Indian cities like Kochi, Hyderabad, Mumbai and Delhi. The cost goes down to around 32,000 for a return ticket on some days, which is a steal considering the other airlines charge you around 55,000 on most days. So we had traveled from Kochi to Zurich recently and we would like to share our experience about the flight, the food and also the layover experience since most layovers are long and always during the night. So is it wise to choose Saudia Airlines for the low price that they offer or is it not worth taking the risk considering the price point alone? Come on, let's find out. Since we are traveling from Coimbatore, we had booked our tickets from Kochi. The onward ticket was from Kochi to Zurich and the return was from Rome to Kochi, and the cost was around 38,000 per head, which we thought was a good price for a Europe return ticket. Since it is a full service airline, the check-in bags and the food was included in the ticket price. தண்ணி பாட்டில் வேறு கொடுத்துருக்காங்க போய் எடுக்கணும். டைம் பார்த்திங்கன்னா இப்போது 7:30 ஆக போகுது. நம்ம கேட்டு போர்டிங் பாஸில் வந்து 7:45 போர்டிங் டைம் போட்டிருக்காங்க. இன்னும் ஒரு 20 மினிட்ஸ் இருக்குது. Our first flight was from Kochi to Riyadh. Departure was at 8:30 p.m. and the flight time was 5 hours 45 minutes. Boarding was announced at 7:45 p.m. and there was not much crowd at the gate for this flight. The aircraft was an Airbus A330-300 and had a 3+4+3 configuration in the economy class. We were pretty shocked and disappointed to note that there were no in-flight entertainment system on this flight. Saudia Airlines being a full service carrier and that too from Middle East where we have the likes of Emirates and Qatar Airways, we thought missing out on in-flight entertainment system was a big letdown. The legroom was adequate for an economy class but there were no footrest. Anyways, let's see what else is provided. We were also provided with a blanket in case it gets too cold during the travel. The seats were also wide with good cushioning. Since the flight was not full, we were able to switch to a window seat.
Welcome aboard Saudia flight. For your safety and comfort, the regulations and the
Taxiing started at exactly 8:30 p.m. and we were on the runway in no time. This screen right here was the only source of entertainment for me for this flight as I did not have any videos downloaded. The food service started at around 9:15. We tried both the mutton and the chicken and rice dishes and we found the chicken to be better of the two. The mutton dish was very bland and dry in taste. The chicken rice was better as it had some gravy in it. pineapple. இங்கேயும் மில்கி மிஸ்ட் இருக்குடா, நம்ம ஒரு பிராண்டு. தேங்க்யூ. அன்பாக்சிங், மட்டன் அன்பாக்சிங்.
Food from the Saudia.
பிரியாணி.
It's the mutton biryani.
இது பைனாப்பிள் ஜூஸ். இது ஏதோ
This
ஒரு
is
பண்ணு.
some jill bun.
அது
This is some fruit
Dessert.
salad and this is dessert. Yes.
ஓகே.
This is chicken biryani.
ரெண்டும் பார்க்குறதுக்கு எப்படி ஒரே மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
Yeah.
இல்லை, ஐயோ இது என்னது மூவர்ண கொடி மாதிரி இருக்கு.
No. This is butter chicken and rice and dal. I'll have this.
Finished with the dinner and now let's go see how good the restrooms are. Tissue paper, hot and cold water, hand wash. Diaper change பண்ணுறது, மூடு. அவ்வளோதானே. இண்டிகோ ஃப்ளைட் மாதிரியே ரொம்ப சின்ன பாத்ரூம் தான். We landed at the Riyadh King Khalid International Airport, Terminal 4, which is exclusively for all international Saudia Airlines flights. Connecting flights. So, this is the Riyadh King Khalid International Airport, Terminal 4. A flight to Zurich is also from the same terminal, but there's a small catch. The layover at Riyadh Airport is around 9 hours. It is currently around 12 am and we have to spend the night here at the airport. If you are planning to use Saudia Airlines to travel from India to Europe, you will most probably have a long layover at either Jeddah or Riyadh. In this case, it is Riyadh Airport. So if you are not comfortable with the really long layovers, please be careful before making a booking with Saudia Airlines. The terminal looks really new and neatly maintained, but it had very few and limited comfortable seats to rest for the night. So we went to check out the food court on the first floor and we noticed some really good cushioned seats which were long enough to fit a person, and the area was also not that crowded, so we decided to try and get some sleep at the food court itself. Okay, so here's the deal. Uh, so is it okay to choose a flight with really long layovers of 9 to 12 hours to save around 10 to 15,000 per person? Well, I had no problems with the layover since I'm really used to it, but my wife was definitely not impressed with it. We did manage to get some sleep, but if you're someone who is not comfortable with long nighttime layovers, this flight is definitely not for you. Good morning from Riyadh, guys. And we have a beautiful sunrise to help us forget the uncomfortable sleep that we had at the food court. Next, we got freshened up and decided to have some food before boarding. So we had some potato wedges, chicken shawarma, and some coffee, which we paid with our card, and it costed us around 83 riyals. Shortly after that, our boarding had begun for the second flight, and we were surprised to see a much smaller Airbus A320 for a flight from Riyadh to Zurich. Will this flight be better than our first one? Let's board and find it out. Our second flight, even though it was the smaller Airbus A320, it had an in-flight entertainment system in it. We were also provided with an earphone, a welcome kit, and a bottle of water. Saudi coffee. Oh, that's it. ஒரே ஒரு பேர் சொல்லு.
How much sugar and cream?
என்ன சொன்னா? ஓ, ஆப்பிளா? Butter, mango flavored yogurt.
Water bottle, pineapple.
இது என்னது? இதான் எக்கா? Scrambled egg, potato. So while seeing the map on the screen, I noticed that we flew exactly over Cairo in Egypt. We did get a little excited, and we were looking through the window and the map on the screen. After some time, we did manage to get a glimpse of the pyramid from above. So let's come to the pros and cons of this Saudi flight from India to Europe.
ஓ ட்ரெயினில் போகணுமா?
Let, let's get to the pros
ட்ரெயினில்
first.
போகணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
The first point is definitely the price. Who would say no to a flight from India to Europe for 30 to 33,000 rupees? It's a steal. And the second point is that it's a full service airline. They provide the food and also 23 kgs of check-in baggage. These two, I think, are the most important pros of this flight. Saudia is available in many Indian cities like Kochi, Hyderabad, Mumbai and Delhi. And they also provide a very good connection to some European cities like Geneva, Zurich, and also Rome. And now let's get to the cons of selecting a Saudia flight for travel to Europe. The first one is definitely the long layover time. You will get a layover either in Riyadh or in Jeddah. Riyadh was our layover city in onward journey, and Jeddah was for our return journey. Both the airports were really well maintained and neat, but a 9 hour layover at any of these airports is a task. And also the Indian leg of the flight, that is from the Indian city to Saudi or from Saudi to the Indian city, the service is really poor. We had no in-flight entertainment, and the food was also very basic. Comparing to this, the flight from Saudi to Europe was much better. The service was also really good. And the third drawback being alcohol is not allowed on any of the Saudi Airlines. You cannot have alcohol on board, and you cannot carry alcohol that you have bought from the duty free shops also. The layover airports in Riyadh and Jeddah also do not serve any type of alcohol in their airports. So if you like this video and
ரெண்டு
found it
பக்கம்
very
போகலாம்
informative,
எப்படி
do
வேணால்
give it a
போகலாம்
thumbs up and share it to your friends who might be traveling to Europe in the near future.
இந்த சைடா